What's up, guys? I Fix It in Your Face. Don't forget, I have a Facebook that you guys can join if you have questions about anything in the video or anything in regards to anything motorcycle, scooter, fix-it stuff. Join my Facebook. It's an easy way to get in contact with me and get you help you need. Don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button, all that good stuff, man. I make these videos for you guys. I don't make them for me. You can help me by dropping a subscription. Join the Facebook. I'm telling you, man, join the Facebook. If you're trying to get in contact with me, it's the easiest way to do it. Okay? Don't forget, everything you need is in the description below of the video. Let's get started. What's going on there, guys? Welcome back to my garage. Another fix-it video today for you. It's getting ready to storm, so we got awesome thunder rolling in on me while I'm working on this, but kind of want to talk about this, so this will apply to actually tons of motorcycles. If you start losing your neutral switch, what ends up happening is your bike, first of all, won't show the neutral light. So even if you are in neutral, you won't have a neutral light here. So your neutral light will disappear, and the problem with that is when you want to run it, well, you can't, because you got to put in the clutch. Otherwise, the bike thinks that it's constantly in gear all the time. So the only way to get it going is the safety switch on the clutch, which you can see the two wires going into it right here is the clutch safety switch. So the only way to start the bike and keep it running is to put the kickstand up and pull in the clutch and then let it out. Even if it's not in gear, then it'll stay running. But what happens a lot of times is you start getting a flickering neutral light. This will happen with a lot of bikes. Flickering neutral light normally happens after the bike is warmed up, or it could just happen all the time. But as they're failing, they'll flicker. And what happens is the oil leaks out of this. The seal gives out inside here where the neutral switch is right here. You know, this pushes against it like that. When the neutral shifter cog comes up, it'll push that in and say, oh, I'm in neutral. What ends up happening is oil gets inside this sensor and then it starts confusing it. The warmer the bike gets, the more oil makes its way into this sensor, and then after a 15-minute ride, this will fail, and then you won't have any neutral light at all until the bike cools off again, and so on and so forth. So that's what's happening with this bike, is it's going through a bad neutral switch. And today, I'm going to show you how to replace the neutral switch on an F3, F4, F2. It's all pretty much the same. It's really simple to do. You only need a couple tools. As you can see, I've got a couple of my 3/8 drivers here, 2 electric 3/8 drivers, and then I have a standard driver and a pair of needle nose. And that should really be all you need in an extension. So we're going to figure out what size we need, and I'll show you guys exactly how to replace a neutral switch. I am going to grab an oil container to put underneath this because I'm not sure if this is going to leak oil once I pull this. Something tells me I am probably going to get some oil leak off. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my oil pan, clean it out real good before we get started, and pop an oil pan underneath it. And hopefully the oil doesn't come out. But if it does, well, hey, I'm prepped for it. I'm ready. Better to be ready than not. You know what I mean? So let me get my oil pan cleaned and ready to go underneath the bike just in case it spews a little oil while we're doing this. And hopefully this should solve the rest of the problems this bike has, and then I can pop plastics on it when they come in. So let's get to it. So if you guys can see that wire right there is the neutral switch, and what we're going to do is put this pair of pliers on there. I'm going to pull that plastic cover off, and I should be able to grab this wire here and give it a tug, and it should unplug from the sensor. There we go. Unplugged. And now we can just pull that out to where that's out of the way. You can see how that connects on there. Basically it just is like a pin, just plugs into the pin head. And now you can see the neutral switch back there, and I think I've established that it is a size 14, so I have a deep well socket with my electric Ryobi. I'm going to pop that in there and see if I'm correct about that. Looks like I am. Excellent. So I might need 2 hands to crack this free. I don't know if the ratchet actually, I mean 65 Newton meters. I might have enough torque to pop it off. Let's see. Hey, look at that. Looks like it worked. And we're going to find out if we get oil here in a second. Look at that, no oil. Well, didn't that just work out great? Alright, let's have a look at this safety switch. I'm going to let it fall. There should be a copper O-ring. So we'll knock that out there if we can. There we go. Yep, there's the old copper O-ring right there. And, oh man, this thing's really sheared up. Oh gosh. There was not much of a tip left on there. Look at that. It was barely making contact. It looks like it actually might have sheared Interesting. So 28 years of use, it looks like it wore out to the point where it barely functioned anymore. And there is oil inside of it. I can see the oil coming out. And actually the O-ring that's supposed to be on the end is gone. So looks like that disintegrated. Let me show you what that should look like. Right there. You can see there's a rubber O-ring and stuff. So clearly that that old one was very worn out. We're gonna go ahead and pop this new guy in there and see what we can do. Getting it back in there I think is going to be a bit more difficult than taking it out. Taking it out seems like the easy part. I may have to get a different socket. I think the deep well is not going to work good for this, so I need to find a 14 real fast that's not deep socket, because I want to sink this against the end and then be able to twist it on. So let me go find a different socket real fast. Alright, so what I did is I actually just shoved a little piece of cardboard into the deep socket so that it would keep the head protruding, so that I can actually get this up and in there and start getting it tightened. And pull back a little bit. Yep, we are on there. Cool. Alright, and this does not need to be, I mean, crushed down, guys. It only took 65 Newton meters of torque to get this thing to break loose. So just remember that. So there you go. I'm just going to add my ratchet onto the end of this and just give it a little twist. Okay, make sure that's on the right setting. I'm just going to do it like this. Just a little bit, because it does have a crush washer on there. I want to make sure it seals that crush washer good. There we go. Alright, that should do it. And then all you have to do, guys, is pop your wire back on. And I find the easiest way to do that is with the pair of needle nose. So you just grab your needle nose, give a push, they go back on, and then slide your little piece of plastic back over it. And that's how it's done. Let me finish it up here. Alright, if you guys can see that now, it's all reconnected like it should. The old one's down there, and I should have a neutral light now. Let's see here. Let's see if we've got a neutral light. Booyah! Now let's see if I can make that neutral light disappear by messing with this. Go up one, yep, gone. That's neutral, and I can't put it in. Oh, there's first. Okay, neutral light back. Problem solved. So now I can start it while the kickstand is down. Bike should just crank right up. Oh, buddy. I didn't really let it warm up at all, but well, there you go. Cool. So there you go, guys. There's that. We're done. That's yeah. Should only need plastic at this point. Plastics, and then this thing's ready to rip. There you go. Fan is running. Not overheating. Engine's not knocking, and I still have a neutral light. Bike is still staying running. It's amazing how bad that neutral switch was throwing the engine off. And I also did put the new timing tensioner on there. I can still hear a little ticking, so I need to tighten it down a bit more, but it's not horrible. She's happy. I love it. I love it. Fan's still on. Yeah, buddy. My crazy ass headlight looks amazing. Blue and white. That's awesome. Okay. Bike is ready for the road. Gonna turn it on just for a sec to let it cool off the radiator a little bit more. There we go. Okay, I mean it's ready for plastics. Like I said, at some point I need to replace the rear sprocket, the front sprocket, all new plastics. She's done. So solved the overheating problem, solved the sporadic bike shutting off thing. That was all due to neutral switch failing. I mean that neutral switch was horrible. So now this bike is officially road ready, 100%. I could take it out right now and rip around and drive all the way to South Florida, whatever,
come back, go to Miami, bike would be fine. Just looks ugly because it doesn't have any plastics on it. But yeah, it's ready for the road. The rear tire still has a ton of life left in it, so I'm not even stressing the rear tire. It's easily got another, I don't know, heck, 3,000, 2,000 miles left on that tire, and the front one's also still in very good shape. It has a lot of life left in this. You can still see the tire marks on this one. This one's not even that old. So, and she's ready to go. Tighten that cam chain tensioner a little bit more. And I think I'm good. I think that's bikes, all the brakes work, all the lights work, everything works. She's a happy camper. So there you go. Just waiting on plastics. While I do that, I'm gonna recover this seat because this is the seat I ordered for $100 and it's ugly and very old and falling apart. But if you can put a covering over the top of this old covering before it fails, then it actually looks pretty good. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll do that.
Are you sure this is okay? You're in country, dude. Live a little. Now, she's pretty sensitive, so go easy on the throttle, okay? All right.